And we're live, Banditos. Saturday night. It's August 10th, and we're in with the Division 2. Let's do this.
Curfew when it's dark, I'm searching for you in the park. Shady murdered him, another fucking. He just hit his mark, he met his quota for the month. They found the coda all rolled up inside a bag. He probably dragged the body for about a block. Here we
go. All right. We are in. And we were working on a build. That's where we left off the other night. And we're going to continue there. I'm going to get some True Patriot pieces also, because that's how it's traditionally run. So it's a team support build, and we were putting it together with Striker and then like balancing it between damage and armor. But I want to run this one too, because it's how we normally do it. So let me see if I can find this piece. So if I don't like the Striker version, I mean, I mostly want to do the True Patriot version just because some people just get tired of seeing Striker. Honestly. Question is, where are my True Patriot knees? Where are my True Patriot gloves? Are they already in my inventory? Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the wrong side. I'm going to be pushing the other way because this is my backup kit. One of these days, I gotta put back on the True Patriot skill build. That's a good build. And nothing's changed about it, you know? It's pretty darn good. I mean, a skill build that buffs your team's damage and all the other crap. Resistance and stuff. It's pretty darn good for what it is, right? And the damage is great. I mean, it buffs your own skills. Shit, maybe we should just run that one. It's been a minute since I've run it. Anybody run that lately? Let me see if I have all the pieces. The problem is, you know, I cleaned some things up. I think I saved that one. This will get you farming for something. If you need something to farm for, this will get you farming. There you go. So it's all yellow. So you'd be farming for True Patriot with skill damage already on it. You don't have to overdo it. You know, if some of your pieces have crit, you can just run with that until you get what you're looking for. What's with the gloves? Like, why don't I have any of my gloves? Or maybe it's on my other character, but let me double check. Yeah, no gloves? It's weird. Am I overlooking it? Am I going too fast? True Patriot gloves. Any of them. I'll take any of them. No. Maybe we're gonna have to check our other character because that's weird. You can't craft True Patriot either. It's also weird. Yeah, it's a kind of a pain to delete. It's one that I like it better than ongoing directive, honestly. You did because it's pretty easy to mark targets. More than it is to put out a status effect, you know, for legendary, because you usually need it for legendary stuff. The only time where ongoing directive could be better is if the team is really split up, you know, and they're not marking targets. I like ongoing directive. It's just that, you know, the status effect thing, it's like on legendaries, they're standing in heals. And so, like, let's just say you're trying to get the status effects from the ammo, the bleed, and then they're healing through it. and then you run out of bleed bullets, and then what? You got to put some other status effect out there and then kill them while they're under that mark, which sounds easy, and it is. But you have some consistency issues with ongoing directive, and you have to run a status effect skill, and I don't like that part. It's not bad, it's great, but it's just like if I had to choose between ongoing directive and True Patriot, it's gonna be True Patriot. And then also I think about all of the users using St. Elmo's, and you're and you're overriding their ammo, and they can be annoyed by that. Their fault though, right? Whatever. I can't believe I don't have any True Patriot gloves. What the F is going on? This is blowing my mind. How do I not have True Patriot gloves? Or knees? Or backpack? Shit, I must have been under some desperate times for stash space. Let me go to my other one. Jesus. Raid groups. Why is it so hard to get raid groups in this game? That's a good question. I mean, I don't experience it too much because I don't raid a lot. They're really clicky, man. Raiders are clicky, you know? They have their people, and the people that they carry are people that are in their clan or that they're close to. You know, it's a clicky little thing. I'm generalizing, but I don't know, man. It's because unlike other games, you can generally matchmake for raids, right? In this game, yeah, no, you got to have 8 already. And then you can start it. So yeah, you have to go out of game to find groups. Unless you go to the boards, but those are annoying. God, I haven't been there in a long time. Do they even still exist? I used to go there for, I don't even know how to do it anymore. I used to go there for Iron Horse, I remember, looking for a group. Wow, I really don't have any. Okay, we checked all the characters. That's weird. We're gonna have to do a little bit of farming then. Yeah, I've seen the Tux clans do it. It just depends on which platform you're trying to run in. Some are more active than the other. PlayStation's pretty darn active on it, I gotta say. I noticed them in there. And they'll have 8 Tux clan people, like all 8 of them. It's like, damn. There's where all the raiders are. PlayStationers. They're always willing, everybody in every clan or outside of, you know, obviously the Tux clans, everybody's always willing to help, but it's how you get in, right? I mean, did you do the try also, what's his name? GS Rock? I think that's all he does is raid. And I think that's pretty much what his Discord is all about, is raiding. You might try that one too. Well, there you go, you're on PlayStation, so you should have some luck. You can, oh, we better change the map to heroic before I forget. You can check in with Latina. She always raids. She's one of the admins. So you can ping her and be like, hey, I'm trying to get into a raid. Will you help me? Tux said. But she's also always raiding, so that will help. Hey, somebody was saying they wanted to play, but I wasn't sure if they were on the Xbox or whatever. Prosecutor. Are you on the Xbox? I wasn't sure what platform you're on. But I already did the manhunt, but I'd be willing to help out a little bit if you needed it. Because it's just a bunch of, you know, typical stuff that we'd be doing anyways. Mr. DeMar! What up, man? Anthony? Harb? Mr. Doom? Can I call you Mr. Doom? I'm gonna call you Mr. Doom. Okay, so let me see if I happen to have True Patriot gloves on this guy, because what the? I do? No? Yes. I got one. Okay, we'll run this one until we get some better gloves. It won't matter. Yeah, I don't have to be min-max all the way. Yo, good morning, foe. For Max in the house. And it's morning time on his side of the planet. English? If you're in the UK, you must be really early in the morning. Let me clean up my stash. Or are you in Germany? Let us know. Now we want to know. All right. Where is this shit that I need to delete? Why is my new stuff not options? There it is. Make a little bit of room. I gotta tell you guys, like, not picking up gear has been refreshing. Just running by it in the Division 2 feels really good. I'm gonna tell you, it feels great. Like that. I don't know if you've noticed for the last several days that I've been playing. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not gonna grab any gear. I'm just tired of being full, and it feels good. It feels good just to ignore it. What happened to all the True Patriot pieces I just put in the stash? Not on my character. There's another red one though. There's my knees. I was looking for those earlier. So we do have the red ones, but where it happened? We just loaded this up with the skill ones, right? Am I crazy? What the? And they're not here. I mean, I couldn't have pushed them the wrong way. They wouldn't have been in my stash. I'm losing my mind. All right, let's go back over there. That must have been in a parallel universe we did that shit. Southeast Asia, all right. Rock, what's up, man? I hate switching characters in this game. It bugs me. Going through the loading screen shit. Sometimes, like, when I'm making a build, I'm like, and I know I have the piece on my other character, I'll be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I just don't want to go through the loading screen to my other character. It should be easier to access our characters. The game just doesn't, the developers just don't think it's, how do you say, like standard to have multiple characters, but it is. It is. There's a True Patriot right there. I mean, what the fuck? How did it not move? Okay. Now it's not here? Oh, it's equipped? How'd it get equipped? Was I going around and hitting the wrong button on every single one? I guess, because everyone's equipped. Like, how did that happen? What the? I am losing my mind. Psycho, we do have the backpack too. I'll bring it over. I swear there wasn't even a backpack earlier. Looking at it. Maybe that's why I couldn't find some. I don't know. Because the backpack was equipped, so I overlooked it. What are you trying to, Tomic, what are you trying to get out of the raid? Are you just trying to get a weapon, or are you trying to get into raids altogether? I wonder how things are going with the incursions on the public matchmaking side. I wonder if that's gotten any better for people. All right, so let's start slapping it together. Still in the stash. Stick the gloves I have, and I'll skip the backpack. Picture there. Oh, you know what? One of these I might actually run red because we run technician. Let's see. So is this the only? I only have reds on the knees, and yeah. All right. I'll take a spear. Maybe a double Brazos. Oh, there's the other yellow. So these two pieces, maybe a double Brazos, and then drive in some reds. Get the extra skill tier out of it, or run gunner for armor on kill. We don't really need armor on kill. Let's put on technician, and then we'll run assault rifle. Oops, not that one. It's fine. Then we got damage. To get the bighorn, or for the bighorn? For the bighorn. Oh, I created a build on it. It was actually a striker build, and I used a new eagle grasp, and it felt so good. And I'm not a fan of that gun, and for the first time in like basically ever, I liked it. Here, let me drop you the link real quick. It's pretty new. It's this season, so. There you go. Banana pants. I'll drop it for the other side too, in case anybody's interested. That's the bighorn build. Feels really good. So it's got a small mag, doesn't have great handling, and it forces you to always go for the head. So those are the things to consider. All right, so we're gonna look at Brazos, something like this. Probably not spotter, but that gives us 1.1 million armor, and then the other one can be a red core. Let's see if I have it here. Not that one. This would be an updated version to this build, because we didn't have Brazos back in the day. Let's see if I have it. Yeah, I don't have it there, do I? We'd want it on the Baccaro's holster anyways. Let me see here. Baccaro's! Why is that optimizing handling? Skill damage, right? But I think we want a skill tier up there. So let's take this. No, that's not the one. Where we at skill tiers? Oh, we can't do that because, yeah, what am I thinking? We can't do that. Unless we run the ninja. That's actually kind of interesting. Hold on a second. And then we just hold it down. So instead of moving for trophies. And then we only need the Picaro's holster. And then the other one could be... What would we run the other one on? I mean, we could put on armor on kill. Don't really need it. Let me see what my chess options could be. I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but skill-wise, it'd be something I'd be going for. I don't know if there's any two-piece skill things that make sense there, though. We'd end up with the Brazos to get a bigger mag, which isn't horrible, but for this setup, I don't know if I'd prefer that. Hannah U would be a little helpful. Super exciting. I'd rather take a memento. Bellstone for armor regen and armor on kill. I can run kinetic momentum. I'd rather have memento than that too. Yeah, we don't have any other good skill options. Because if I run to Palisades, we'll get health, so that would be a waste. Yeah. Okay, it is what it is. Back to the memento. We were on to something for a minute, but we could run Palisades on the chest then because we don't have the slots to run. Two Brazos. There it is. So this is gonna be, if I can find, I mean, a glass cannon wouldn't be bad here. Because in your skills are gonna get it too. I know that's not too inviting. But where are we at? So we're at 5 skill tiers. So something is going to need to change. Probably this one. Oh, I thought I could equip technician. That didn't happen. Equip. Why can't you activate while you're in there? Do you think should be an activate button right there? Weird. Okay, so now we're at 6 skill tiers. So yeah, we can run tanky. We can run tanky. But what if, I got an idea. This is gonna be crazy. What if we didn't run a skill damage talent or a weapon talent? What if instead we ran Vanguard? The sad thing about that is we'd have to run a shield. So, but you'd be dishing your team some decent bonus armor for that sacrifice. And then else you just throw out a turret. Because in Legendary, the drones get shot down so fast anyways. Yeah, I think it was finished. Which it came down to which chest piece you used. My favorite version is just to post up, lock in, and run focus on the chest. You know, just post up in the back a little bit. That's where I ended up with it. But empathetic resolve work? I don't know. I don't use that very often. Hold on. Let's see, empathetic resolve. Repair an ally. Increases their total damage and skill damage by 350. Wouldn't that just be better with I mean, 3 and skill damage. Okay, the 3 and 15% for 20 seconds, 1 and 7% itself. But what about just Overwatch? Because then I wouldn't have to repair them. Which is not a bad idea either. Instead of being selfish, just run Overwatch. I mean, the question is, you know, do I want to prepare this to run it solo like we normally did? Which I think we were running it. I don't remember if we were doing this glass cannon. Anybody remember? Or if we were I wish we could do Vanguard. I wish we had the ability to do that, but I don't know. We're going into so much skill damage. I don't want to give out that too much. Kinetic momentum's pretty good though, you know, but 15%. But if you go glass cannon, then you know that weapon really turns up. And we're gonna have regen. We're gonna have bonus armor if we grab the trophies. Well, let's just try both. Let's try both. But I can start with glass cannon because it goes to your skills and to your weapon. And then, so we're basically only buffing our team from the True Patriot set. I actually don't want to run crits. I want to go all skill damage. Just kind of min-max that way. I'm not sure I want to diversify it too much, you know? Let's make those skills hit hard, and that will make it glass cannon be even more worth it because we'll just stay put as much as possible. Or we'll hide behind our skills. We won't stay put, but we'll hide behind our skills. Let our skills do the killing. And what's nice about glass cannon is you don't have to proc it with your weapon or anything like that. It's just, I mean, I wouldn't even mind a wyvern. But we're gonna need some armor on kill in case we don't grab trophies. A little bit of armor on kill doesn't hurt. We don't need it, but it's a nice to have. Brazos wouldn't be bad either though. A little skill haste. We could run a Bellstone because we can run a blue core here, so we got a lot of options without requiring heavy farming. Okay, so Palisades here with kinetic momentum and the skill tier. Here it is, glass cannon, skill damage, skill haste. Who would have thunk? We got both versions. So we got a kinetic momentum one and we got a glass cannon one. We are prepared, folks. It's almost like we know what we're doing. All right, let's put glass cannon on first, and then we're gonna put skill. Actually, let's put on some protection from elites. Not a lot, but for heroic content that'll help. But I imagine using this more in legendary. The question is, do I need? Hold on, we were okay with that armor core, right? So I actually don't need a skill tier there. However, hold on a second. I'm gonna put it on. It creates a little extra farmy, but then I can run gunner. I'll lose a little bit of skill damage that way, but we're min-maxing into skill damage anyways. But that'll give me the 20% armor on kill, another layer of survivability, and that makes this a unique version of this build all the way around. Because we didn't, when we originally made this build, we didn't have Palisades, and so the only way to get armor on kill was to run 2 pieces of something, right? 2 pieces of Bellstone or whatever, or 511s, I guess. But then that would have locked you out of the gloves and forced you into the chest. Ace, Benji, the name that I cannot understand. Hi. Thank you for chiming in. And then I'll put on probably just more. We don't need a ton of skill haste here. So like actually protection from elites isn't bad. The reason why we don't need a ton of skill haste is because the memento is going to fill that gap. So I don't even know if I need any. So I'm just going to load up on protection from elites But you could also go duration. That's not bad. But again, the memento fills that up. You know, 30% in those categories. It's, you know, it's noticeable. All right, so that's the build. The only thing that's not perfect here is that I could take off the armor core. We got an extra armor core. No, we're good. We got the 6. We got 1.1. We're healthy. We're gonna have good regen. We have protection from elites. We got diminished incoming damage. We got amplified damage applied to enemies for our skills, for our gun, and for our allies. Woo! I'm playing solo at the moment, but anybody's welcome to join because this would be a good build to probably show off in team. I'm on Xbox though. There's your Benji. I'm gonna get you to do it. Prosecutor, I didn't see your statement. Were you Xbox? Let me see. Oh yeah, you are. Are you already on my friends list, or do I have to add you? If not, drop your name. Can't remember who is and who isn't anymore. Oh, that reminds me. Let me go and pick off some things out of my stash. It's been filling up in the mailbox. Not really, Scooter. It's perfect glass cannon is, I mean, it does give, the damage is better than what anything else you can put there. That additional damage, but it's just not really worth it. Yeah, I mean, I think the only time I run perfect glass cannon is when I have a bleed involved. But I don't even think you do that anymore, right? It's been a while since I'm running, but the artillery build used to run that. And then I think we learned, because of some new pieces, like if you're using the double Gruppo for its explosive damage, which they buffed, and then 3 Empress, I think you're better off with, I can't remember the exact configuration, but I think you're better off with the China on your chest piece and regular glass cannon. And then you have Electrique for more status effects, and you have a lot of options. The status effects is better than what the perfect, the difference between perfect and regular glass cannon would give you. Something like that. It's been a while since I've run that, but you end up running out of room. You have to have your explosive damage, so you end up running out of room for the perfect glass cannon version, and then it ends up, regular glass cannon ends up hitting harder, which is weird, even if you go all yellow on your perfect. Rico! Yeah, I have the colorblind mode on for heals, and I'm tempted to turn it off because it confuses a lot of people. You can't get to me? That's weird, sick. Maybe, well, BLJ got. Jimbo. Are you not on my friends list? Did you defriend me? What's your name on here? Is it the same? Yeah, you're right there. Weird. I'm gonna have to do that stuff, the projects, so I can get my cowboy outfit. Hope you guys don't mind. To do 213 summer event projects. Complete activities while group. Well, that's easy. Oh, let me see the other project. What's the weekly? I didn't notice. True Sons Havoc. Well, that's good. So we got Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Plaza, and American History Museum. So just 2 of those has got to be complete. And then we got to do the West Potomac Park area. And bounties. All right. Let's do those. So let's do bounties in West Potomac Park. Can we do that? I don't know if choose some bounties are going to show up there, but let's see. Wait, we're West Potomac here. Yeah, let's see if the bounties will show. True Sons. Nope. They're all hyena bounties. Weird. That's weird. Okay, so that'll make it easy. We'll just do our True Sun bounties over here. Whoa. We're far away. Me too, Benji. Man, I am hooked on that game, brother. Hey, speaking of First Descendant, make sure you add me as a friend over there, man. Like, it is so much easier to group up because it's cross-play. I absolutely love that. Somebody from the community I've never played with before, they're on the PC or PlayStation, they'd be like, hey, I'm doing that mission too. And I'm like, oh, jump in. It's that easy, you know? I add their name and they're on, right? It is so cool. Man, I can't wait till the Division brings that. For community streams playing, like, it's so cool. It just helps you engage with the community so much better, and people need help in the Division 2, and I'm always like, well, what platform are you on? You know, to start with that question. Why do I have 54 rounds? Oh, that's right. True Patriot gives you bigger rounds. I was looking for my grappling hook. That's why I did that. So how do you jump B? Okay, one of the other things was, oh, I forgot to change my skills. Go ahead and fight. I gotta change my skills. I forgot to do that. So I was working on Jaber this morning or this afternoon, and he's kind of interesting. I know there's been a lot of complaints, but I see some potential with him. I'm still not sure. But because I'm still leveling them, but which goes by really fast, by the way. Damage. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm back. But you know, the skills do a decent job at pulling aggro. I mean, they're definitely not perfect. But they do a decent job. Anyways, I think the healer version he's actually kind of a shooter. He ends up being a shooter like Enzo. He's kind of an Enzo. You want to build him like Enzo. So you're going for like duration and shit. And duration and well, what's really interesting, what makes him interesting is I think he makes solo content really interesting, like soloing missions and stuff too. But you can pull down your shields. You don't need shields because it's incredible heals to your HP. It's really good heals to your HP, his drones. So I did the whole like no shields thing where you minimize your shields and you maximize your HP values. Where are these guys? I'm not sure which one. Oh, there they are. In the back. And so you kind of, so that means you're easily tanky. And so if you build for the repairs route, then you, it's really easy. It's really like efficient. It's like cheap. Because you can min-max things really easy. You know how they have those things that say at the cost of skill damage, you get crazy duration, you know, that kind of stuff. And so you're just building in for duration. It's just like Enzo. You're building in for duration, and you're building in for cooldowns, duration and cooldowns. And that's a cheap, that part of it's really cheap. But with Enzo, you have to build up his skills. With this one, you're building up his HP because of the type of heals it is. It's an HP healer, not a skill healer like Enzo. It's quite interesting. So that makes him quite interesting. That makes him a shooter, right? And you got something pulling aggro while you're standing by your drone, and it protect. And then if you want to keep the attack drone, you can. You don't have to do the double heals, but you can. You can go double heals or double attack turrets, and you can go either way. But you don't have to. You can. The attack turret still does a decent job of aggro. They both pull aggro. But you can use the attack turret to... Oh, thanks for the heals, bro. Watch your back, basically, while you're shooting. You know, when NPCs come from behind you and stuff. But I think I'm just going to go double heals. By going double heals, you could not have to overload your cooldowns. I mean, this is where things get really interesting with him and where you can get creative, right? So if you go to the double heals route, which is a transmod, then you cannot roll into duration and you cannot roll into cooldowns. You just toggle your healer, right? When healer 1, because they're 2 separate skills. So when healer 1 goes down, you pop healer 2, healer 1 goes on cooldown. And so what does that do for you, right? Well, on Descendants, you can't build in weapon damage except for one mod, right? You're not using skill damage. You're not using cooldown. You're not using duration. So you can build in a little bit of range, so it gives you flexibility to move and to heal your allies in wider circles. But otherwise, it allows you to get extremely tanky. Now, you don't need shields, so you go HP and defense on everything. I mean, that's an interesting dude, right? But I think what everybody's disappointed in, and I get it, is that they want to build into the skill damage turret thing, and you know, they might not get that strong, right? And they're fixed. They don't float, which I think kind of sucks. Hey, you guys earned me an exotic, and I got a shorts. I got a short. But for a gunner, you know, like whether it's the Enduring Legacy, I think Enduring Legacy is a good gun for him. The sniper's good too. You know, so you can run a sniper and just plant it and just stay in your heal zone. And then what you'd be looking to do is get amplifiers on your HP recovery. So that you soak up those heals real fast. Or you could put on, I mean, there's so many options there. Then you put on the resistance to critical hits, resistance to damage, you know, those kind of things. And just become a pretty tanky killer. Because with the way they've structured that game, all of your weapon damage is on your weapon, right? So by putting HP, and like in the Division 2, by running HP, or by running health defense, you take away from your offense. But that's not how the First Descendant, it works for shooters. It works like that for skill builds, but not for healer skill builds. For healer skill builds, they don't need any damage. So, I mean, as a matter of fact, you can go with any reactor. You can pick whatever reactor you want. You don't even have to use the one that coincides with his dimension skills or whatever. So I'm using just the reactor where I could get maximum duration and cooldown. And so all my duration and cooldown is on my reactor, and so I don't need to put any on the build itself. And so the build is just going to be all defense and a little bit of range. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, he's not going to be the best in the game because, I mean, I think the only limitation is going to be really, he's zonal, but sort of. So you would, if you want to be more flexible on your range or your movement, he can disable his skills and re-enable them. So they don't like have to run until they're destroyed. He can turn it off So if you do that, then you're going to want a little bit of cooldown if you're going to plan on moving around a lot, which isn't a bad idea. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. But what's kind of neat about it is like, so that opens up like amazing solo capabilities for taking on missions solo. And then, because when you're on mission solo, like it's MP and it's, I guess we don't need that piece. You run out of MP and you run out of HP, right? You get into tough spots there. And so the MP, I think, is going to be efficient on him. I'm not quite sure there, but I think it's going to be pretty efficient because his durations are so long. You deploy it and you don't need to spam your skill. You're not spamming them. So, yeah, I think it's interesting, you know. But I think what's difficult for the community is like the play that stands out that you would think would be to go damage turrets, right? But the game doesn't necessarily do that. So we got to do 4 more of these things? Man. Right? I think I said 5. Oh, no, that was the weekly. Okay, yeah. So the weekly was this one. So 5 bounties of True Sons. They're stealing my True Sons bounties. Okay, let's find more True Sun bounties. Hyenas. There's a True Sun one. Right over there, huh? Yeah, pretty much, Roman. What up, Swift Shoe? No. The Ruthless was part of like, I mean, I don't know if you can buy it right now. Can you buy it? I think it was part of a pre-order package originally, but no, I don't have it. But if you need it for your, you just want to collect it, it sounds like. But in case you need it for your expertise, you know, you can just research through it. I'm out here. I'm out in the world. I went to the classified area. Those are good little jump off points. Yeah, some people don't notice the little buff your team thing. Yeah, so it looks like the True Sons are attacking the hyenas here, so a little bit of both. Or is that not a True Sun? That's not a True Sun. I'm on the move. Let's find these True Sons. This isn't them. I thought it was. Still going. We stirred up their hornet's nest. There's a hostage negotiation, so they're around this. This is confusing. Okay, they're in that alley area. How do we get back there? I think it's through here. The summertime one looks like it's just group up. That's where I'm at so far. And so this is part of the weekly project that we're taking on. So we're grouped up and doing the weekly. Sorry, hostage. Yeah, this one I'm at right now, it's just complete missions while group, so we're gonna do that too. And then those are weekly missions. The weekly missions are in the True Sons area, so we'll take on those. 2 for 1-er. But if the next project is named Bosses, then we'll get that, some of that out of the... Let's see here. Project. Yeah, we completed the first one because I already got the short. So this is the second one. Complete missions. But I want to do a legendary too, actually, so... upstairs we go. We can squeeze one of those missions in. Which legendary do you guys want to do? Should we do one of the hard ones? Tidal Basin? Thank you, thank you. Negotiators. Are they really making us do 5 actual bounties? God. All right, let's do a legendary real quick. Let's squeeze that in and then we'll go back to this. Let's switch it up. Tidal Basin? You guys okay with that? If that deters you, let me know. We don't have to do this one. Because I know it's a tough one. Muhat, what up? The damage numbers just go into your settings, and I think it's UI. If you didn't get your answer. Settings, UI, and I'm using floating combat text. Mulong, what up, bro? All right. Let's see how many explosives we take to the face on this one. So you got to remember to mark things, so, right? Like, try not to focus fire too much at first. Get things marked for the debuffs. It'd be so cool if your turret's marked. I mean, fuck. Nice job. Did we get that down? Oh, sorry, Exile. I didn't see you. I got him. Exile, they like you, those drones, huh? What's up? Is it your cologne? Here comes another one. They play so deep in this game, it's crazy. Like, even too deep for my assault rifle. You know, I gotta say, you know, this is probably good that we have the armor on kill, but running the new brand, the Zoo brand, could also be interesting. Since we already got big ammo, we could go bigger. Two drone operators out there, and that's annoying, huh? But with group play, you might choose Technician and just put on an extra armor core. And get more damage against those dogs. It does pretty good, though. It's really the drone ladies that I'm really worried about. There we go. God, I'm glad my character can run fast. Jesus, I can't run. We're shit in this game. I'm so slow. Oh my God.
Vital signs critical. Agent deceased.
Thanks, Muhat. We're fresh. Yeah, we're fresh at 50. The fresh 50. Thanks for your sub.
An agent needs assistance.
I guess I'll heal. The heal doesn't work. Oh, I'm using the wrong controls. Shit. There we go. Oniri! From France! Right on. Thanks for your sub. I'm honored. Right on. And you're a blue school. Let me get rid of my... We got to get rid of that medic, huh?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
He's healing himself. Where's his healing station at? Fucking drones. Here they come. Saw those. The first one was a wake-up call.
An agent needs assistance.
Ah!
Vital signs.
God, hell of a shot. I got displaced. We're too deep. Where's my turret? Is this my turret? No. Too many missed shots.
Agent down.
This distance.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Good job, team. My backpack trophies ran out during that session. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, guys. It's I don't mind not having 10 million subscribers, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of like, that's one of the reasons why I like The Division 2 is that, and I think the first Descendant's going to be like that too. It is a bigger game and it is more popular at the moment, but I think it's going to get locked in like Warframe did to a small but tight community eventually, you know? Not small, but smaller, you know? And I like that. I like more intimate communities that are passionate about the game more, you know? I'd rather do that than cover like 100 different games and just be a generalist news channel on the hottest topic of the week. You get a lot more views that way and even subscribers, but you know, I personally just don't feel like I'm giving the value potential that I could at that level of content, you know? I don't think everybody, I'm not everybody's cup of tea either, you know? I'm not going to be. In order to do that, you have to be pretty unopinionated, you know? You got to deliver the news just as like, you know, how do you say, breaking news today. Title update 20.3 is, and let me read my bullet points. You know, it's just, yeah. What you got to do, I mean, that's important information sometimes too, but I don't want to leave it there, you know? Like, this sucks. And so one of the things that I've been doing on my news videos, you probably noticed, like on the bug videos or whatever, but like, there's what I got to say, but this is what the community has to say about it. Let's go to the comment section. You know, I've been doing that lately. And there's a point to it because, you know, I want to be a community centric, you know. I rather represent the community, and you know, I have my own thoughts too, of course, but I want the community's thoughts to be heard, even if they're not exactly in line with mine. And then I enjoy building our own community within the community. and creating an environment that's welcoming for people. That's the dream. That's the dream. And so, like, I'm covering the first Descendant, but the reality is I don't see that as a different community. I mean, I am attracting people outside of the Division 2, but it's a Division 2 community because so many Division 2 players are playing the first Descendant because they see the alignment. First of all, it's a third-person looter shooter. It's free to play, but the build structure is amazing. And so for those people that come to the Division 2 because they love builds, that game is interesting to them, and it brings in some other value, you know, because sometimes it's just like, you know, like the faster movements and the mob killing. I wish the Division 2 had that, you know. Like, one of the things that I really love about the first Descendant is that, and I get this out of the Division 2 on some builds too, but how your character just flows. Like, I've been using Viessa. She's like, she's basically like Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. Oops, fuck, wrong way. I hate that. You know, so she does like, she has ice skills, really. God, I've got somebody on my angle. But you can just weave through the enemies and just be taking them out and taking damage and recovering from it. And we get that too, right? With our like John Wick determined pistol builds or stuff like that, you know? So we have a little bit of that too in this game, and that's one of my favorite ways to play. But it's a little more, in the first Descendant, it's a little more souped up. Damn it, really? I mean, it's souped up because, like, so you can do it in Division 2, but you can do it better in the first Descendant. So you're faster, you're killing faster, you're smoother with your movements. You can jump. You can basically, you know, get from one place to the other really fast because of the grappling hooks. And that allows you to feel like you're almost flying. Thanks for the heal. I like games with mobs, and that's why one of the things I like about Control Points, it's a little more mobby feeling. What the fuck? Is that the sniper back there? Jeez, it is. She hurts. I can't poke my head up. She shoots it off. You're next, lady. Let's not do that again. I didn't want to do that. Jumping over cover is annoying. How? I'm moving! I'm moving! You know what I mean? I'm getting picked off by the snipers as I'm moving, and it's like 100% accurate. They don't miss shots? Is that what we're saying here? Damn, right? They're cracked. Thank you. Damn snipers. Chapping my hide. Ikiro. I like that name. Ikiro. Ichiro. My sleeveless. Definitely look like Dundee, don't I? Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, you know, I probably in team play, I would probably go 20% armor on kills nice, but I don't think I need it. I'd probably go technician, pull out a little bit more damage. You get 10% more for your skill. But mostly it's that to the tech. So after this clear here, I want to give me a second to go to the White House and change my specialization. And then that gives me another armor core, which is going to boost my regen a little bit. I mean, even in solo play, 10% is fine. Because you got protection from leads and you got the regen. What do you don't need to overdo it. What? Where's that damage come from? No. These guys are so accurate. It'd be so cool if they had your skills marking targets too. Man, you can get a lot of people marked. Let me crush my skills. I'm gonna refresh them. This back helicopter comes and it's kind of annoying. Fuck you. Oh.
Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.
Thank you. I'm glassy, but tanky.
Science critical.
Oh my god. Come on. I'm behind cover. I didn't even have my head out. Grenadiers. Ain't they special? It's that same guy, too. It's that red one. It's a little wimpy little red guy. Oh, there's a medic over there. Where's that back helicopter? It's busy back here. I picked the wrong corner. I'm running away. I'm running away.
Medical assistance needed.
Fuck. God, visit. How'd the drone operator get here? Did she climb over the wall? What the hell?
Action.
No, we're safe.
Agent killed. An agent needs assistance.
Oh, thank you, man. You risked it all. I love it. Jesus. Nowhere safe, though. God. So annoying.
Agent killed.
What up, squad?
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, that was a pain. That back helicopter is a trap. Sadly, you can't leave the back zone. You do, that back helicopter comes in, you're sandwiched. And then more guys jump over the fence. Hey, let me go to my thing here. I'm gonna go to switch this real quick. Just take me a minute. I'll be right back. I'll try running kinetic momentum though, too. I feel like it's glass cannon is not the problem. It's just some of the ridiculousness coming from the snipers. Not really the snipers. They're not that big of a deal, but mostly the explosives. Sitting there hiding behind cover. The explosive gets you. But it wasn't so much that you got hit by the explosive. It's the impossible angles that these guys are hitting while they're under duress, right? They're taking damage. A drone's chasing them around the room. He launches his grenade, and it gets you. Like, damn, man. So by doing that, the good news is, so it's kind of interesting how this is going to work out, because that actually buys us an armor core, because now we got too many skill tiers. So we're gonna get tankier here, and then I'm gonna take off glass cannon and run kinetic momentum. I think people will enjoy that more, and then that makes this an easier piece of farm because I'll just put an armor core on this one. Oops, as soon as I figure out how to do that. I've been doing that since tinkering came out. Which fucking button? There we go. So small changes. But this is going to give us more damage against tech just to clear them out a little bit faster. And then we got more armor, so our regen's going to be better. More bonus armor when we're taking advantage of that. In this legendary mission, we're not, though. We're mostly holding it down. All right. So maybe you don't have to pick me up so much. Head of Gold. Hey, thanks for that message, man. It's nice to have a big 5-0 right there, huh? All right, shall we? I might have run kinetic momentum initially on this build too. I don't really remember. Cut it so deep, I can't do it. Can't sit back here. You had to get that last one in, huh? I think one of the biggest nerfs we took in the game was where they lowered the watch HP. I think that was a big nerf to the player base. And they did it for PvP too. It was a PvP issue, right? But you go down so much easier now. There's less. So the reason why we run 1.1 million armor, or not we, but some people do, is because they want that time to react, right? They take a shot or a grenade and they're like, oh shit, I'm about to die. Let me bounce and heal, you know, or do whatever I gotta do. And that's why 1.1 million is popular, because it gives you, you're not tanky at all, right? You're just not. You're not stronger. I mean, it doesn't do shit for you. It allows you to take just a little bit more damage, but not enough damage that it's going to change your performance in any other way than it just gives you a fraction of a second to get out of there, you know? And so when they took away our health, that 1.1 million armor kind of means it doesn't mean as much anymore, you know? Now it needs to be like 1.3. You need to make up for that health loss because the health was doing that too. It was part of that. Kind of lame. The lamest part about it is it was like a big PvP thing. And PvP players were pretty happy about it because now those people with like 100,000 watch didn't have that health advantage. But it kind of sucks. I mean, I would have been pissed if I was one of those people with big watches, you know? I would have been pissed. I'd be like, hey, man, what the fuck? I worked hard for my 100K watch, you know? You just took it away from me? Like, that's the only reason why I wanted it, right? I did it for PvP. I earned it for PvP. I mean, that would have had me quitting the game if I was that dude. Because, I mean, there's some heavy PvP players that literally they got their watch so that they could have that health advantage, you know? And they sat in XP rooms for days on end to get it, you know? And cheesy or not, you know, they had an objective and it was the best way to get there, you know? So it's just like, and it still took time. It still took time, right? Just so unfair for them to take that away for PvP players, you know? So the problem is that this is what happened is that, well, they sacrificed a few people for the general audience, right? More players. But those more players, I don't know, they don't really exist. You have PvP Dark Zone people or you don't, you know? Anybody who's playing Dark Zone is basically not the general player base. Anybody who's investing enough Dark Zone time to really care about H health values is not a general player base player. They're a specialized division player. They're not the mass, you know? And so they basically just, I mean, I would love to know what the impact was on that, you know? We don't really know, but how many people did we lose because they were like, fuck that, I just lost my watch advantage? It was the whole point of me building my watch. And it wasn't cheating, right? They did it because new players had such a disadvantage because they could get the same watch, but they would have a hard time getting there in any reasonable amount of time. So yeah, the XPT system is basically flawed. Well, that's the watch system, but they're hand in hand. Expertise is the same deal, right? So what did they do for expertise? It's the same issue. They eliminated it for the Dark Zone. I mean, for conflict. It's there in the Dark Zone. But that kind of sucks. Isn't that the same thing we're talking about here? Hey, wait a minute. I worked hard for my expertise and you just took it away from me? The only reason why I did it is so that I could have an advantage in the Dark Zone. You get it? You see the pattern here? And they did it for the general community. And so they sacrificed their hardcore players for the generalist. Because the hardcore players, I mean, and that's a bad thing. Because the hardcore players are the ones that love the Dark Zone. But, you know, it had its moments. and then it's Ghost Town. The reason why I don't like the Dark Zone is it's complicated. There's layers of reasons, layers. But ultimately, the biggest reason is just that, you know, no matter what you do, it comes down to like just a couple of builds. You know, something always. If the dark, so why does it exist? And why did, I mean, this is my suspicion, right? Like, you got a good point, Carrie. Like, Karikuru, I think that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make them money in the long run, but it makes them money in the short run. I think there's the lure and mystery of the Dark Zone, and I think it's part of the IP. Like, I think it's what defines the Division 2 by the company. Like, it's not by us, right? But from the company. I mean, that's how it makes it in every game, right? I mean, whatchamacallit, Heartland that was canceled was one big Dark Zone at night, right? At night it turned into Dark Zone, so it would just flip-flop. And then it made it into the mobile game too. It's everywhere. This Dark Zone stuff. They won't let go of it. Why? It's never been successful, so why won't they let go of it? Because it's in the definition of the Division. You know, they wrote it in like that. You know, it's their fault. They wrote it in, and so they can't give up on it, I guess. Because there's no story of success in the Dark Zone. I don't get it, you know? But there was a decent Dark Zone community for a while. But, man, they were facing a lot of challenges, I gotta tell you. I mean, I think what probably worked for them was that they had a meta build and they were good at using it. And they had squads. I mean, if you don't have friends in the Dark Zone, it sucks. It really does. Because you go in there solo and then you come against a squad and, yeah, right. They're just going to farm you. Let's watch that purple sniper dog, huh? Yeah, let me use my fucking rockets. How do you use those? There we go. You gotta shoot in the air though, you'll blow yourself up. Have you done that? Did they ever fix that? Let's not do it. See what happens. Okay. Depends on the cover. Sometimes they'll hit the cover you're on. They're actually pretty decent in tech. That's what I usually use them for. I don't typically use them on NPCs, but they're nice graphically to use too. And so that's probably what made the Dark Zone fun for a lot of those Dark Zone players that are no longer around. Is that they had squads and you felt like you were winning all the time because you were in a squad, probably, you know? You had your 4 guys, you synced. You communicated. And, you know, they would take on whole servers because all those servers were solo players, right? The server was a mass of solo players that weren't communicating for the most part, right? So they weren't on comms, so they couldn't say, you go right, I'll go left. Or I found him, he's over here. Or we got to kill this guy first. Like, none of that was happening. Come on, man. What's wrong, turret? Why are you locking into that spot? There. Not the ground right in front of me. Come on, drone. What are you doing? I sent him after that guy and he just stayed there over my head. No memento? How did that work? Maybe I got an assist. Oh, it's Kyrie. Is that how you say it? Kyrie? Thanks, man. I was saying Kari. Like Karikaru. I thought it was like Japanese. So I was saying it like that. I don't know. Just making shit up. Or is it Kyrie? Kyrie. Kyrie. There's probably no enunciation on that. So, Kyrie. I'm not good at basketball player names either. I don't watch enough of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that game is really going to do it. I think that's why we haven't seen it yet. I think it should have been launched already. It's interesting that it's not. I think it's like at the same place as Resurgence was going to be. I mean, they might bail on it. It's sort of like, what are you guys doing? You're making The Division a very complicated game that has difficult barriers of entry, and you're putting it on a mobile platform in the same way. I mean, I personally don't play mobile games a lot, but it just sounds weird to have a long story mode game and with an infinite end game possibility, open world system on a mobile phone. It just seems weird. But yeah, everybody's got mobiles. Not everybody has consoles. I get that. I don't know. The Division to me, I guess, doesn't really feel like a strong mobile platform game. I mean, none of the games I play feel like they should be on mobile. None of the games I've ever played feel like they should be on mobile. I've never thought to myself, you know what? This game needs to be on mobile. You know? It's never felt that way. Candy Crush felt great on mobile, though. You know what I mean? It was a great mobile game. Just mindless. You can squeeze in a quick 5 minutes as you're waiting for your bus to go to work or whatever, you know? Felt great. Angry Birds, great mobile game. I know I'm picking the dumb ones, but you know what I mean? But they just make sense. I never said, you know what? Angry Birds needs to be on the Xbox. Like, you can. I have the virtual game set too. You know, the whatever you call it. I forget. I don't even know the name of it. I have it though. The goggles, the Facebook ones that made those. And I have Angry Birds on that, and it feels fun. It's fun on there. It's cool looking in 3D. I play it for the lightsaber, though. Lightsaber's fun. You actually get pretty decent exercise on that, but you bust a little sweat. Rex. That medic back there, huh? We need the enemies to get closer. Let's see if I can get his turret, though. Let the enemies pull in so they die near us. Otherwise, we're wasting ammo. Those medics are legit.
Vital signs critical. Agent down. An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
As fast as I get, Sick Jim. The guy doesn't move very fast. Sorry, VL Jack. I would have got you first, but you were surrounded. I got him. I got him. God, I'm so glad that takes like an hour to pick people up. That's the improved time to pick up too, by the way. It should be half that amount of time. Half. Another drone operator jumps over. Just mean. Oh, two of them. There's two of them back here. just destroyed my drone from that distance. Oh, there goes some ammo. Don't you worry, the next room's the hardest.
Agent down.
All right, nicely done, boys. Yeah, but I wonder, like, what would be a good mobile game that this community would enjoy? What's the answer to that? Like, that aligns with what we do in this game. Not that we don't enjoy Candy Crush. But, like, is there an open world looter shooter that you would actually play on a mobile? Like, I wouldn't actually... And I have played that game, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather do it on the console. And the reason why is I connected my controller to it. I Bluetooth. I mean, like, why, if, you know, you see my point? Like, why do we even have this on a mobile? So I'm just gonna do that. Come on, man. I mean, maybe they see something we don't. To your point, like maybe it's about everybody has mobiles, and so if you can get on your own Wi-Fi and cast it to your TV and then Bluetooth the controller, then they can reach everybody, and they're multi-platform to a pretty decent degree. Squarehound's annoying. He doesn't want to die either. God, all my bullets aren't even hitting him. What, you shoot me in the hand? What the Oh, there's somebody behind us. Oh, he's gonna wipe us all. There's somebody behind us. Holy shit. I was like, how did I just die? He wiped us all. Oh my lord.
Agent down.
Oh, one NPC is a nightmare. That whole mission is awful. I like the challenge though of it. I do. It's tough though. It's tough. It's one of those where it takes so long to get to any stage that it's hard to do it multiple times. That's the sad part about it. But I love the challenge of it. It's kind of like the descent that way, right? You're like, oh my God, that was exhausting.
An agent has left your group.
Did we accomplish our project? I think we did. Did we get our pants? Oh, we got to complete missions while grouped. All right, let's take an easier one. We got to do Lincoln Memorial, and then we got to do, I think, a Jefferson. True Sons. Jefferson Plaza, American History. So let's... Did you guys already do these projects? Oh, right on, sick Jim. No worries, man. Don't you sweat it. No, that would have gone well. Like, that was, it was going well. That guy just got fucking lucky, right? I mean, I had no idea there was a random dude in our backyard. I don't even know how he got there. He obviously got there through the little house, but that's crazy, right? That's crazy. He was sneaky as shit. We were dropping like dominoes. One guy went down, I went down, and then the other guy went down. And I was like, I thought I got down to said somebody shooting me in the hand because I was blind firing at the time. Nope. An elite in the back of shooting us from the back. Just easy pickings. That doesn't happen very often. Touche, NPCs. Touche. Did I use that right? Touche. Feel like a god when you go to a heroic mission. You know, start running and gunning and shit. Heroic missions are so easy. I know if you're a new player that doesn't sound good, but once you get there, you'll realize heroic missions are easy. It doesn't mean you can't die. I mean, you can make mistakes, take the wrong turn, stand in front of the wrong door, but just, you know, the quantity of red dudes, they still hit hard and everything, but you just don't have all those damn elites you see in heroic. It's so relative, right? The time to kill, oops, bad toss. It's so much faster. All day. Which does make it a more fun experience. The mission and design in the Division 2 is actually pretty good. They were all really good. Some are more boring than others, but full of action. They're fast in this game, huh? Fast in every game, I guess. It just looks funny because they're human and they move at superhuman speeds. Digital humans, of course. I don't get what the big boy is saying, the Chunga. He says something about RPM, but his RPMs aren't that fast.
The True Sons seem to be in control of the holding area. The hyenas are knocking out security cameras. Pretty smart of them.
You know, they, Rex, they did have an idea at one point where they were gonna, it was gonna be a companion app that was basically gonna allow you, that's weird, we just got an activity complete thing. Are we done?
Reinforcements incoming.
It was gonna allow you to join a squad that was already playing on console or whatever, and you'd be able to jump in on the fight as a drone. I think for logistics. How cool would that be, though? Like, you got two from the right, you got two from the left, kind of like a spotter drone. But it would be really cool if you could just be a drone operator, just like how it is in real life, where the drone operators are in Arizona supporting troops in wherever, Afghanistan, you know, whatever, Colombia. That would be so cool, you know. You're a Predator pilot, but not a Predator, but something smaller because you would go indoors. Or maybe the drone that you're piloting changes depending on the mission. So if you're at Roosevelt Island, you're a Predator. You drop a tactical nuke from time to time. I got this, guys, you know. But it'd actually be cool if you could just pilot an attack drone from first person perspective and just fly around and give little DPS support. Somebody could deploy you if you're a turret. Maybe one of the guys throws you up in the air.
Just lost the camera feed from the holding area. There was a bright flash and then static.
So you pair up with a skill build user. Oh, that'd be cool. Are there any cool drone games anyways? I've never heard of any.
Picked up on camera again. The holding area is just ahead. Once you find that laptop, grab it and get the hell out of there.
It would actually be cool to run the St. Elmo's engine with this build. Not for the additional damage part, but just for, because it's got a big mag, so it would help with the marking, but also just to shock them, add a status effect to the team. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. They would use them as recruiting items. These drone games. Came out all rambunctious, but that got shut down real fast. I wonder if you could just throw a fire grenade on the other side of that fence. We did it!
You just recovered intel that's going to be a whole lot of help to Odessa in the short term, but to all of us in the long run. You also effectively put this hellhole out of commission.
So I think it said Jefferson Plaza. That's a trade center. So let me just double check. Yeah, it says Plaza. Bombomnomics, what up, man? Portland's treating me good, man. It's been hot. I just kind of bear the summer here. How about you, man? Where you at? Oh, you're in Washington. All right. So you know how it is. We get too used to the cold and the rain. We don't like it, anything else. I'm down here, guys, in the plaza. Oh, there you are. Yeah, it's like the humidity gets high. It's been high lately too, which kind of sucks. I don't know, Metal Shocker. That grenade girl, man. She's just programmed. Say random shit. The real question is, how's she so good at dodging my bullets?
Metro to transfer chemical weapons. So start by disabling any operational trains you find.
You can't let those munitions be distributed. You saw what they did to the castle.
Sometimes, I don't know if you've caught this, though. Sometimes you'll hear a female player, a female NPC with a male voice. Every now and again, you'll catch that. Doesn't happen very often, though. Yeah, the NPCs in this game, there's something else, man. There's lots that don't seem right. The fact that they don't die, that's something. And then the guys with the M870 shotgun who snipes you from about, it's pretty good at about 60, 70 meters. Takes half your armor away from that distance with a shotgun. That's a True Sons guy. It's this guy here, this gunner, the tech manager. In heroic content, he gets, what do I want to say, excited with the shotgun. Gets super excited. Sweaty men in a closet, yeah. They've been in there all day. Don't worry, guys, they're coming. The conversations that I imagine happening in that closet. Like, somebody's like, Joe, I gotta take a piss, man. Hold it. They'll be here any minute, man. When are they gonna be here? Stop fucking asking. You know, these guys get. There's that annoying guy. Who farted? God damn it. Sorry, I really had to go. He says, Jim, that better be a pencil in your pocket. This game could use more Eclipse Protocol type weapons and gear. Use my drone. Okay. I think, like, if I had it my way, what I would do is I would tack back the enemy health pool, add more enemy, and then introduce more things with status effects and, you know, AoE, area of effect. Like, even turrets and drones are pretty good at that, right? Like, help manage the enemies by distracting them. Do a flip. Is that your hand between two pillows? Oh my god, you're funny. I would definitely turn up our movement too. I mean, why do we sprint, you know? Why do we have to hold down sprint? Can't we just always be sprinting? I mean, I don't want to walk anywhere. I want to always be sprinting. And I want to be able to sprint faster. That's the other detail.
Send in a team to dismantle the rest of that crap once it's cleared the site.
Memphis. What would be your biggest requirements? The Division 3, good question. I want that hunter's hatchet. I want to be able to jump. I'm going vertical, people. New studio. Maybe that would be my biggest requirement. Change the studio. Give it a fresh take. It doesn't drop, Rhyme. You gotta craft it. Did you realize that? And are you running it with a group, or are you running it in, like, what is the mode called, guys? Like testing mode or whatever they call it, where you can matchmake with public. You can't get the Regulus in public mode or whatever they call it. You gotta have 8 players through not matchmaking, however you said that. You know what I mean? What do they call that mode, guys? I never use that mode, so I don't know that name. Discovery, not discovery. Okay, so you're not doing discovery. Okay, so we got that out of the way. And then it doesn't drop. So the first time, this is how I remember, and you've probably done these steps, so it might be a bug, but let me just make sure. So the first time you do it, the Iron Horse to completion, it unlocks the project. Then you got to complete the project, which is just donating a bunch of stuff. And then you got to run the Iron Horse again, and each boss will drop a diamond, including, I think, the box at the end. So I think the end boss drops 2, if I remember, but parts. They drop parts. Either way, you got to play it again and collect all the parts, and then you craft it. So it takes 2 runs. Obviously, it sounds like you've done plenty. More than 2 runs. So let us know if you did the project and still the donation project. Yeah, it's just donating a bunch of random junk. Some of the stuff you get from Iron Horse. So it'll ask for, like, the Bulwark chest piece and backpack, the Future Initiative chest piece and backpack. Some things you can craft and donate. It's just random shit. You know, a Providence holster, a Petrov glove. It's just random stuff like that. And then you play it one more time after you complete that project. If you unlock the project today through your completion, maybe you have to reset. I mean, log out, log back in. You probably have done that, but I think we did it, boys. Nice. Let's check out our gear. What did we get? Let's look at our maybe some boarding shorts or something. So yeah, the shorts. And we should have got something else too, right? What was the other thing? I didn't see the completion. I don't see anything new. Oh, it's a mask. What is the new mask? What would the new mask be? Didn't show up top. Oh no, it's not a new mask. What was the other thing? Because we completed 2 projects, didn't we? So one was the shorts, the second one was what? Oh, gloves. Thanks, bro. So it's a skin. Okay. I was waiting for somebody to tell me because I had no idea. All right. Odeya gloves, maybe? Tomorrow gloves. Lola Survival Recruiter. Odeya gloves. Oh, they're kind of cool. Because they got that little glowing blue circle, right? I kind of like those. I like the hat. I like the boots. I mean, I don't like the whole outfit together. But there it is. We're twins. I mean, it's a strange one, right? You're a neon cowboy? A neon cowboy. Da-na-na. I mean, I feel like doing a shuffle, you know? A boot shuffle. Exiled Agent, you look tough, man. You look like a tough dude. That clean shave on your head. Any man that takes a razor to his head is tough. No doubt. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to tuck it away here. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me and running this. So we will stream again. So I don't stream on Sundays. And then Monday is the first to Sunday. And then Tuesday will be the Division 2. So I will see you guys in a couple. And look forward to another video coming out. I'll put out some more. Probably on Monday morning. All right, catch you guys later.